Okay, so explain how the Depression in the United States affected Germany and the rest of the world. Okay, so within your response, detail the Weimar Republic's response to this depression. All right, so explain how people of Germany started to distrust the Weimar Republic after this. All right, so there you go. There you go. All right, so you should have 5, right? So I'm gonna come around and check them. So where do we start here? So who was the Kaiser, the king of Germany again? What was his name? Austin. Kaiser Wilhelm II. Yeah, good job. So we talked about him, right? We mentioned about how he was just looking for an opportunity to unleash his military. All right, so we talked about the war, obviously. So after the conflict, or the Allied powers, are going to hold on and allow Kaiser Wilhelm to be the monarch, the Kaiser of Germany. They didn't allow this guy to be the Kaiser. Why? Nope. No, they said, hey, we got to move on. We got to move forward. We got to get rid of this guy. He's really acting in aggression. All right, we might see another war here, or him try to build up German nationalism again to rise to power. So we need to make sure we can put in a government that's more responsive. Why put dates? All right, so yeah, with that, they established a new government, and that government's known as the what? It says it up there. Connor? Yeah, good job. So the Weimar Republic created a representative democracy, a republic, where they elect these officials in to represent the values of the people. Oh, just like, the United States, right? So this is great, right? Well, the Weimar Republic has a lot on its plate. Okay, we mentioned about the Treaty of Versailles. We mentioned about how this is hurting Germany after this war, after this conflict, the reparations, the borderlands, the territories, right? The military is restricted. It's brutal. All right. So also they have to try to pay back on the Allied powers of these reparations. Are they going to be able to do it by themselves? Are they, Alana? No, they're not, right? Because again, the harsh reparations, the loss of the territories, you look at some of the border lands that have been lost, right? They contain a lot of valuable resources, and this is where a lot of their industries and factories go. So also they're destroyed. So they needed something, right? They needed some sort of help. They needed the benefit moving forward. And who's going to offer that aid to Germany to help rebuild so that they can then pay off these reparations? Who's going to offer it? Why? United States. United States. Yeah, good job. So we talked about a plan yesterday, and on Wednesday, what was that plan? It was like a triangle plan. Go ahead, Lon. Yeah, the Dawson-Young plan. Yeah, good job. So under Gustav Stresemann, we talked about him a lot. He brought some structure and stability back to Germany after World War I. And with that, he's accepting the Dawes plan. He's allowing for the United States to loan money to Germany so that they can build up their infrastructure, their industries, their factories, and with whatever capital profit that comes from that, where's that going? Where's that going then? Obviously, the reparations are paying to who? Austin? The Allied powers, right? France and Great Britain. So especially France, they need to rebuild. Right, so with that, France and Great Britain, mostly France, they have to rebuild their industry, their factories, their infrastructure from the effects of the war. And with that, right, they're going to use that money to send that to who? Finally, where does it go back to? Connor, the United States, right? So this is a way for the United States to help aid the Western European countries, okay, ones affected by the war. And at the same time, what is this preventing from spreading throughout Europe? Look out. Paul is okay to that. Honor. Yes, communism. Good. So you can see how it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And this works out for a period of time. And guess what? Germany's fallen the restrictions and penalties of the Treaty of Versailles. So this is looking like it's going well, right? You're getting it. Okay. Yeah, so this looks like it's going pretty good. And then eventually here with Germany, they will be respected at the international level. They will be accepted into the what? What are they going to be accepted into, Chris? What's going on? All right. Connor,
Come on. Why would you hit it?
Wow.
First you break the block. First you knock down the wire.
Is that you?
That's the sponsor.
Wow.
Not just other
We are recording right now too. So.
Oh wow.
Everything you say.
We'll be
All right. Okay. So, acceptable nations. Everything's looking good. Right? We have peace. We have the Germany that they're following the Treaty of Versailles. Okay, they accepted the terms of the Treaty of Versailles, and they go along with that Kellogg brand pact, right? So that pact preventing future war is not even an option, right? You can't have war here anymore here in Europe. And at the same time, you already know with Germany, they have a seat at the table. Okay, so what happens here? Well, the United States, eventually, because they keep producing product supplies and there's no regulation, no one to tell them to stop. Okay, we all know if you have a high supply, what happens to the price of these products? Paul?
If a high supply goes down.
What?
If you have a high supply, it goes down.
Okay.
If you have low, it goes up.
Yeah, you drop. So the price drops, right? It comes to a point where you're not really making money off these products anymore. And then the people that are buying stocks, that are investing into these businesses, well, they start to slow up their production. They start to maybe shut down their businesses, their industries. Well, chances are you have people out of jobs. These stocks are pretty much going to be worthless. So it's one of those things where we just kept producing goods and no one told us to stop, right? And it also happened in the agricultural field too. It's not only in the industry, but also in the agricultural, economic marketplace. We are being affected. We're causing a lot of harm to it. And eventually with the U.S., we're not going to be able to fund this Dawes plan anymore. So Germany, under Stresemann, under the Dawes plan, things are looking good. And all of a sudden, as we go through this stock market crash, this depression, it not only affects the United States, it affects the rest of the world. So Germany is relying, dependent on the United States when it comes to this funding. Okay, without it, can Germany continue their process of rebuilding and paying back these reparations? No. Are they still forced to pay these reparations? Yeah. Oh boy. All right. So this is only going to build even more resentment of the German people towards the Allied powers. Okay, they're going to look at them and say, wow, hey, we're going through an economic depression. It's not just happening here, it's happening everywhere. So help us out a little bit. You think the Allied powers cared? No, they said, we want our money. Okay, you were forced to pay these reparations from the treaty. Hold your end up to the bargain. Oh man, geez. Okay. All right, so with that, we talked a little bit about a leader that comes into play of the Weimar Republic during the good times. What was that guy's name? The president. Elected president. Why?
Something like that. Starts with an S.
No, well, yeah, but we talked about the president yesterday that's elected into the Weimar
Oh, I
Republic.
got it now.
Okay, go ahead.
Paul von Hindenburg.
Yes, good job. Paul von Hindenburg. So he's viewed as this popular figure, famous figure, right? And we mentioned about how Germany was confused with their military, so they decided to go with someone that everybody knew that was popular amongst the people. And he was a famous World War I general, right? So he's going to lead the people through these tough times. And obviously with this depression that hits hard, right? And with this hyperinflation, which we'll talk about here soon, he's going to try to hold things together. All right, so with that, the Weimar Republic thought, well, the only way out of this is to do what? What did they decide to do, Paul? Print more money, right? Great idea. People have more money in their pocket. Chances are they can afford the products, the goods that they need. But what happens? What's the issue with that? The prices go up. Yeah, the prices go way out of this roof. Good. And what else? What about the worth of the dollar? Value of the dollar? Paul. Yeah, right? It's really useless, right? So yesterday we talked about how a lot of these German citizens will go into the grocery store with wheelbarrows full of money. Looks like they're loaded out of their mind, but it's really only going to be able to afford, let's say, a loaf of bread or a carton of eggs. Oh my gosh, jeez. Also, I showed you pictures too of this lady just throwing really chunks of money, stacks of money into their fire to start it, using that kindling to get it going. Wow, kids playing with money, cutting it up, making kites out of it. Jeez. Yeah, it looks like they're loaded, but in all reality, yeah, it was worthless. There were some pictures too to get a chance. People just using it as wallpaper. Yeah, look at that. Money room. Nice. No, it's worthless. All right, so with that, hyperinflation causes a lot of issues, a lot of problems. And Germany goes through a depression that's far worse than the United States. Okay. And with that, a lot of people start to look at some of these extreme values, these people that are promising, this political party that's promising better times, to bring back German nationals, build up their military, to blame the Allied powers for the struggles, the issues, right? The problems in Germany. And eventually Paul von Hindenburg says, well, they are gaining popularity. We are going to bring this guy in here. That's a part of the Nazi party to bring some sort of benefit to Germany after these tough times. We know that is Hitler, right? And He's gonna be appointed chancellor, moving into the next chapter. That's what we're gonna start with. Okay, so he's gonna be the head of government. Eventually, we'll mention how he becomes the supreme leader, and things just all go to anarchy. Oh, boy, geez. All right, so is there any questions here? Any questions? So you can see how the people of Germany look at the Weimar Republic and say, hey, thanks, right, for burdening us even more. Thanks for just printing out all this money to cause this hyperinflation, right? So they're going to look to accept more of these extreme values. Okay, any questions? All righty. So you're done with your terms, which is great. And we are at the end of the chapter. So I'm going to publish the vocab and the study guide. There you go. There you go. So vocab, make sure you have that turned in. Okay, you should be already done with it. The study guide, well, it's not everything that's going to be on the test. I just want to let you know that. I'm done doing it. I mean, a lot of you just complain about the number of questions on the study guide, which, sorry, but I want to just prepare you. In any case, not everything on the study guide now is going to be on the test. So just a forewarning. When the test comes around, I don't want you to say, oh, wait a minute. What? I didn't see this. What? Or what? This wasn't on the study guide. Well, not anymore. Oh, there's a Quizlet up for you, and there's a booklet. Okay, so on the study guide, you can see those attached. Have fun with it. Great stuff. Grand stuff. All right, perfect.